Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. My name is JC Giraldi. I am one of the regional sales directors for Pinnacle Financial Services. Again, thank you for taking the time on this busy selling season. I know a lot of you had a busy AEP and are having a busy open enrollment for ACA products, but we are happy to share a very exciting product with you today, the Ameritas Primestar Individual Dental and Vision Insurance. Today we're joined by Mr. Taylor Davis, Managing Director for Ameritas. Very excited to have him here and explain how these products not only can help you boost your book of business, but also help retain your current book of business, whether you are selling annuities, Medicare, ACA. Here at Pinnacle Financial, we do a little bit of everything, and we want to empower our agents and agencies to do that as well. Just a couple housekeeping rules. Everybody is muted, but if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them at any time in the chats. We'll be monitoring it as we go. Without further ado, I'll pass it along to Taylor. Go right ahead.
Awesome. Thanks, JC. I appreciate it. And happy holidays to everyone. I know it's, as JC alluded to, it's a busy time of the year, not only for your business, but also family as well. So thank you for taking the time on a Monday afternoon to learn a little bit more about Ameritas Individual Dental and Vision. As JC was talking about, my name is Taylor Davis. I'm the Managing Director here at Ameritas for the Individual Dental and Vision Division. We, as a whole, it's kind of unheard of in the marketplace today, but Ameritas is about 80% focused on dental and vision. We have a life insurance division, and we also have a 401k kind of retirement division as well. But about 80% of it is dental and vision. So again, as I mentioned, it's kind of unheard of. What I do is I wake up every morning, I think about dental and vision. And there's not that many managing directors, I think, out there in the insurance space that solely have dental and vision. So I think that makes us a little bit different than others. And I think you'll see that as we go through our product portfolio, our processes, our network, all that great stuff. You'll see that we're definitely a thought leader in the industry when it comes to dental and vision. So what I'm going to be covering over today is, of course, the portfolio of products that we have. We have a 3 dental product portfolio and 2 on the vision as well. And then I'll talk about features like our enrollment process, how to go to our producer portal, how to help agents or how to help clients go to their member portal, also our marketing site, just little ins and outs of everything that we offer here at Ameritas. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. Again, we're excited about the new relationship with Pinnacle. Ameritas has worked with a lot of affiliates, and we've been really excited to work with Pinnacle over the years, and now to finally have that opportunity, we're very excited to jump into it. If you're not familiar with Ameritas, here's some talking points out there that's popped up as of recently. Money, Forbes Advisor, CNN underscored rated us in 2025 the best dental insurance out there. Money was the best overall dental insurance. Again, our products are 18 years and older with no max age. Forbes Advisor rated us the top for seniors. Again, our products are pretty much split 50-50, meaning under 65 and over 65. So a lot of the time, some of those questions I get is, oh, okay, you can only be a Medicare client to jump on our plans. No. Oh, you can only be under 65. No. All 3 of our plans on the dental side and both of our plans on the vision side are 18 years and older. Then CNN underscored did the same thing, best dental insurance company in 2025. So those are really good talking points. If your clients have questions about Ameritas, hopefully they've already seen us out there in the marketplace today. But there's some things that you can take from the internet as well and show kind of that thought leader, as I mentioned before, that we are in that industry. So the difference with us, again, maybe you're already currently writing some form of dental insurance out there. Some of the things that we do, I think, a little bit different than others. You'll see as we go through these plans. I'll highlight some of them here, but then I'll highlight some of them as we go through the plans. But one of those is what we call Preventive Plus. So to start off, we have no waiting periods. We have next day effective dates. We have no enrollment fees. We don't coordinate benefits, so clients can have, either a Medicare plan and our plan, or another plan and our plan. We just don't coordinate benefits. So we always pay as a primary. Again, those are little things that we do differently, I think, than others out there. Another thing that's embedded in our plan is what's called Preventive Plus. What that means is preventive services do not go towards the annual max. So to begin with, we have no waiting periods. If a client goes in network, we'll cover 100% day one. So tomorrow they go to the dentist, they need a cleaning, they need an exam, whatever it might be, we're going to pay 100% of that. So let's just say, for example, they go in, they purchase the plan today, tomorrow they go to the dentist and they get that cleaning. Let's just say that cleaning costs, for easy math, $100. Well, we're going to pay 100% of that $100, but that $100 does not go towards the annual max. For our plans, the only two things that go through to the annual max are basic services and major services. Again, when we go through the plans here in just a little bit, you'll see how how they work in regards to next day benefits. And then after 12 months, they'll actually increase not only the annual maximums, but it'll also increase that co-insurance levels as well. Some embedded things that we do have inside of our plans. One is teeth whitening. One of our plans does cover teeth whitening. Another one is child ortho, and then a hearing benefit as well. Today, we do not cover adult ortho. It's something that we continue to look at, but we do cover child ortho today. Another thing, specifically when you're talking about ancillary products, I think is super important is that enrollment process. First of all, I do want to mention that we are on Connecture. I know a lot of Pinnacle advisors do work on the Connecture platform. So, once you do get contacted with Ameritas, you're going to be able to go in there and quote and enroll on that Connecture platform. Now, off of that is our enrollment process altogether. It's super easy. What happens is once you do get contracted with us through Pinnacle, we send you a personalized hyperlink, and that's how you can quote and enroll if you're not using the Connecture platform. We don't ask for a social security number. We don't ask for an e-signature. It's super, super simple. Even if you're not on that Connecture platform, just know that you do have an easy process with us as well. With our enrollment process, I've already mentioned it before, we do have next day effective dates. So you don't have to wait till the 1st or the 15th of every month. If you're talking to a client today, they can get coverage as soon as tomorrow or 90 days out. We have no enrollment fees, no app fees as well. With regards to the no e-signature, we're not going to send out a text message saying, hey, click this, and then you'll finally get your insurance, or hey, go to your email, verify all this information. Absolutely not. They can just enroll right off of your hyperlink, right? So you can send it to clients, they can enroll themselves, you can help a client over the phone, you can put it on your website and they can click on it on their website and just enroll. There's just a lot of different ways that you can use it. Again, because there's no verification, meaning there's no e-signature or anything of that nature that might get lost during that enrollment process. We do have credit for prior coverage. So to begin with, we do have no waiting periods, but also on top of that, we have credit for prior coverage. I'll go over that here in just a little bit. And of course, I've already mentioned before, no social security number required either. We do take credit card and EFT. So again, with that enrollment process, and here in just a little bit, we'll talk about our products. It's a very, very simple process with the Ameritas Dental and Vision. So back to credit for prior coverage. So again, I'm going to probably say it more than 10 times, but we have no waiting periods. But what that means is if a client is coming off of another fully insured dental plan that's been active for the past 12 months with no longer than a 60-day grace period, we'll actually bump them to year 2 co-insurance benefits day 1. Right? So again, no waiting periods to begin with. But if they are coming off of another fully insured dental plan, whether that's a group plan or another individual plan, we'll bump them automatically to year 2 co-insurance benefits. CPC is available in all states other than New Mexico and Washington. New Mexico might get it. Washington, probably not. Washington's kind of similar to New York, kind of takes some time to get things approved there, but all states other than those two. I did forget to mention, we are in all 50 states other than Massachusetts when you're talking about dental and vision. So again, back to that hyperlink. You have the hyperlink out there. Clients can enroll themselves. They can click on what state they're in as long as you're contracted, and then they can enroll right then and there. So again, you don't have to worry about oh goodness, I have clients in Virginia or whatever it might be, and Ameritas isn't there, and I'm talking about Ameritas. Nope, we're in all states other than Massachusetts. So that's, again, back to that product simplicity, that ease of enrollment. That plays a big part too, that you're able to market it in all states that you do today, other than, of course, Massachusetts. So jumping right into the plans themselves. Again, as I mentioned, we have a 3-product portfolio on the dental side. Kind of for every specific niche, we have a low cost plan, we have a medium cost plan, and we have a high cost plan. All 3 plans are 18 years and older with no max age. Really, the difference between the two, and again, it's going to really boil down to, how much major services do they need, or what's their budget look like? Is it in that $20 range? Well, Primestar Lite, this plan right here, might be a good one for them. Oh, do they need a little bit higher benefits and the pricing can be in that 40 to 45 range? Okay, then we have 2 other plans for them as well. So the Primestar Care Lite plan, we see a lot of people maybe in between jobs. We see a lot of ACA clients going to this plan as well. With Primestar Care Lite, it's primarily for preventive and basic care. Yes, we cover major, but it's at a reduced co-insurance level than the other 2 plans I'm about to be going over. Again, Primestar Care Lite, in the general mix of it, you're going to be in that $18 to $25 range, depending on where you're located. Again, our plans are zip code rated. We're not age rated. So if someone's 19 years old and someone's 100 years old and they're in the same zip code, they're going to have that same rate. Again, we're zip code rated. So with Primestar Care Lite, dental max benefit is $750 day 1, jumps up to $1,500 in year 2. When I mean year 2, it's after 12 months. Deductible, $0 for preventive, $50 for basic and major services. Preventive care, preventive is covered at 100% day 1 in network. You'll see out of network right underneath that. Again, I can't stress it enough how important network is, right? You'll have a lot of carriers out there that say, oh, our plan, we don't have a network, so you can go wherever you want. Well, that's the same with us too. But here at Ameritas, we have one of the largest individual dental networks out there here in the U.S. We actually cover about 160 down in Mexico as well. But we do have one of the largest networks here in the U.S. So it's super easy to find someone in our network. We're having about 760,000 access points nationwide. But understand, we don't have 100% of the dentists nationwide. So we do cover both in and out of network. Just know that if they do go out of network, then that co-insurance level will drop. I'll go through a little bit more examples here and just a little bit of the importance of network, but just know that they can go in and out of network. Just it'll drop if they go out of network. Basic is 50% day 1, jumps to 80% in year 2. You'll see out of network right underneath that. And major, as I mentioned before, this can be our lowest one that we have on all 3 plans. 10% day 1, jumps up to 20% in year 2. Again, it covers it, just not as a high that it does on our other 2 plans. Back to that credit for prior coverage. With regards to if they're coming off of another fully insured dental plan, whether that was a group or individual plan that was active for the past 12 months, well, their year 1 co-insurance levels would be 180/20, right? Because it automatically jumps to year 2 if they're coming off of that other fully insured dental plan. It can't be like a discount plan or DHMO; those don't count as fully insured. But just again, another fully insured dental plan that's been active for the past 12 months with no longer a 60-day grace period, they'll automatically be jumped up to that 180/20 day 1. Switching gears to Primestar Care Boost. With Primestar Care Boost, it starts off at 1,000 day 1, jumps up to 2,500 in year 2. You'll see that product simplicity kind of already in these 2 plans. Deductible, same as what we just went over, and it's going to be the same on our next plan as well. $0 for preventive, $50 for basic and major services. Preventive care on Primestar Care Boost, 100% day 1. Again, you'll see that out of network right underneath that there as well. Basic is covered at 65% day 1, jumps up to 80% in year 2. And major is covered at 20% day 1, jumps to 50% in year 2. I do want to mention with Primestar Care Lite, we do not cover implants, but with Primestar Care Boost and then the next plan, Primestar Care Complete, we do cover implants. You'll see there at the bottom, we covered under type 4. We just have an internal max. It's a yearly internal max. It's not a lifetime. It's just a yearly internal max for implants, and you'll see it's about half of that annual max. You'll see it's $500 day one and $750. That's in California, but $1,000 in year two. So again, that's just for implants. We do cover it day one. There's no waiting periods on implants. We do just have a yearly internal max on there with the implants. We also cover with the Primestar Care Boost, as I mentioned before, teeth whitening. Those are not covered. Teeth whitening is not covered with our Primestar Care Lite, nor is it covered with our Primestar Care Complete, the next plan I'll be going over. Another difference with Primestar Care Boost is we do cover child ortho under the age of 19. So the owner of our plans has to be 18 years or older, but of course, dependents can be under the age of 18. And this is where that child ortho comes in at 15% day one, jumps up to 50% in year two with a lifetime max per person of 1,000. Again, we see Primestar Care Boost, a lot of families going to this plan. Again, child ortho. It's very well family priced with Primestar Care Boost. So we do see families, but again, see seniors, see all sorts of clients going towards this plan as well. But just the bulk of it, we do see families. With Primestar Care Complete, it's kind of our high plan. This plan right here. Majority of seniors jump on this plan. It ties well with Medicare. As I mentioned before, maybe that MA plan that you're selling or talking about has a little bit of dental inside of it. Well, that's okay. They can also purchase the Ameritas plan, and we'll pay as the primary, right? So we don't coordinate those benefits. So another way of saying it is they can use both, right? So they can use that MA plan, and then they can use our plan as well and kind of get double the coverage, right? So with Primestar Care Complete, we start off at $2,000 day one, jumps up to $3,500 in year two. Deductible is $0 for preventive, $50 for basic and major services. Preventive is covered at 100% day one in network. You'll see 80% out of network right underneath that. Basic is covered at 80% day one, jumps up to 90% in year two. Major is covered at 20% day one, jumps up to 50% in year two. Back to that credit for prior coverage. They're coming off of another fully insured dental plan, whether that's a group or individual plan that's been active for the past 12 months. Day one, they'll automatically be at $190.50. So again, our plans have no waiting periods, but they also get that added benefit if they are coming off of another fully insured dental plan that they can bump up to $190.50 day one. Again, we do cover implants with Primestar Care Complete as well. Another difference with this plan is hearing. It's covered at 50% up to $200 and then up to $400 in year two. Annual max of $75. Again, we don't have a network for hearing, so they can go anywhere, submit the claim to us, and we'll pay, of course, up to that annual max of $75 and those hearing benefits per ear. Again, it's a minimal, it's very small, but at least they do have a little bit of coverage for that hearing benefit if they need it. Again, we focus a ton on the dental side, and then of course we want some of those things like Preventive Plus, we want hearing, we want teeth whitening embedded in there, but we don't want it to take over the plan, right? We want that pricing to be good for them on what they're buying it for, right? It's primarily they're buying it for dental, but we want to throw that hearing in there as well. With our plans, as I mentioned before, kind of each specific niche, you'll look at Primestar Care Complete, really depending on, of course, where you're located, because we're zip code rated. You're looking in that $18 to $24 range. With Primestar Care Primestar Care Boost, you're looking more in that low 30s to maybe in like LA, mid 40s, and then with Primestar Care Complete, you're looking in the mid 40s to mid 50 range, depending on where you're located at. So it's kind of the price breakdown for an individual, and then of course how our pricing does work is individual plus one, and family. So after there's 3 family members on that plan, the 4th, the pricing doesn't change. That's how our pricing works when you're going through the quoting and enrollment site. If we do have time, again, I'll probably be going over this for about 10, 20 more, probably 20, 25 more minutes, and then I'll jump into our quoting link and I'll show you how easy that is to do once you do get contracted with Pinnacle. Okay, so back to our network. As I mentioned before, we have one of the largest dental networks nationwide today. We do cover Mexico as well. There's about 160 providers down in Mexico. A really cool thing about our plan is, we'll talk about the U.S. first, but if if someone is retired and they spend half the time in Florida, half their time in Minnesota or wherever they're at, they don't have to switch plans. They can go to different states, or maybe they're on the border and their dentist is, wherever, border of North and South Carolina, and they live in North Carolina, but their dentist is South Carolina. They can go to those different states and use it. We do have some state specifics, like Florida, for example, the in and out of network co-insurances do not change. So if they go out of network, it's going to be the same co-insurance level if they were to go in network. So there's little differences with regards to that, but they can use that in whatever state. They don't have to, okay, now I'm moving back to Minnesota for 6 months and I got to switch plans. No, you can keep the plan, for those snowbird aspects. If they're completely moving to a different state, they need to change plans. But if they're snowbirds and they go in and out, then they can keep that, and it will just pay as if they were in that specific state. So it's one example. Another example is we have a lot of people down in Florida who visit Puerto Rico, who live in Florida and they visit Puerto Rico for X amount of months. They can use it anywhere, right? So if they use it in like Puerto Rico, we don't have a network and we don't sell products in Puerto Rico, we would just base it off of out of network if they were to go Puerto Rico and get dental procedures done. So same thing, Europe, wherever they're at, we'll just pay as it's out of network. So they can go anywhere, including the U.S., but also in the world, wherever they're at, they can use it. So just, again, little snippets there. Doesn't happen that often, but we do sometimes get that question of, okay, they have to only use it in that state. No, they can use it in other states. We'll just pay off of that specific state if it is a state specific. Oh, what if they're traveling, out of the country? Yes, they can use it then as well. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can use it. As mentioned before, we're now over that 700,000 access points nationwide. If we have time, I'll show you where you guys can go and look at this. But we have a great out of network and an in network cost estimator. So if your clients have questions of like, hey, or they're talking about, hey, I'm going out of network right now and this is costing me X amount. Well, you can show them, hey, if you go in network, this is what it's going to cost. Or hey, what does it cost for me to go out of network? You'll see what dentists cost. So there's just a lot of different ways that you can use the out of network in network cost estimator. That's what we did on this. You'll see on this illustration on the right hand side where it says member cost with a network provider. This goes back to my conversation of having a large network. Going in network just adds that additional value, primarily, again, with those negotiated rates. So with our network, as I mentioned before, we don't have 100% of the network nationwide, so you can go in or out of network. We cover, if you want to put like a percentage on it, about 70% of the dentists nationwide, give or take. And with regards to teaming up with those networks, with those negotiated rates, our negotiated rates are anywhere from 25 to 50% off of their regular rate. So an example of that is, we want to partner with providers who do give the best negotiated rates. We average about 30% off their regular rate. So that'll give you a good idea of just the importance and the added benefit of going in network. As mentioned before, we do have network providers down in Mexico as well. But the example on the right-hand side, this kind of shows you the benefits of going in network and using the Ameritas products. So what we did here is we did that out of network cost estimator. We went to, I think it was a Minnesota zip code. We typed in how much would a crown be in this specific zip code. Well, it popped up as just under $1,200. So if someone has no insurance whatsoever and they go in that specific zip code, they're going to be paying around $1,200 for that crown. So we went to that same zip code for an in-network dentist, and that average in-network dentist cost in that specific zip code was about $647. So again, without even talking about the plan itself, talking about the co-insurance levels, the annual maximums, the no waiting period, next day effective dates, all that great stuff, just by going in network, you're saving that client a substantial amount. Now take that 647, multiply by 20%, because we covered 20% day one on major, no waiting periods, and go as soon as tomorrow, 518. So it's a day one savings of about 57%. right? Because that's going in network. That's using the Ameritas plan. That's using 20% day one on major. Take it to the next level, 647. Maybe they don't need to crown until year 2. 647 multiplied by 50% is 324. That's a year 2 savings of 73%. So whichever way you're looking at it, you're adding that value, whether it's tomorrow or it's 12 months down the road, for that client to feel comfortable with wherever they go, that they're going to be taken care of by having the Ameritas plan. Again, we want to be able to the people to go anywhere they want, but they do get that added benefit of going in network. Take it even further, talk about credit for prior coverage. Remember, if a client's coming off of another fully insured dental plan that's been active for the past 12 months, well, they'll be covered at 50% day one. So that year 2, 73% savings would actually be year 1, 73% savings, because they're coming off of that another fully insured dental plan that was active for the past 12 months. So they'll get that 50% benefit day one. Again, just the added benefit of going in network. Again, we want to make it simple, easy. They can go in or out of network. But again, they get that added benefit by going in network. Switching gears to vision. So on our vision side, during the enrollment process, you can go through, click dental, and then go to vision. They're both standalone, so it doesn't happen often, but say they just need vision. They can just have vision. If they just need dental, they just have dental. If they want both, fantastic. On our vision side, we have both VSP and IMED. So again, back to that member flexibility. During the dental portion of it, they can choose the 3 plans, right? Whichever plan fits them best. Same thing for vision. They can choose VSP or IMED. Most of the time, they're going to choose what they're used to going to. I truly think it boils down to three questions for the agent to ask the client. 1, where are they used to going? Are they used to going to Costco? Are they used to going to Sam's Club, Walmart, Target Optical? Really depends on where they're going is probably going to be the path that they go down. Second is, what's their budget? Primestar Choice Vision, which is our VSP plan, you're going to be in that $16 range. IMED, you're going to be in that $10 range. And then the third thing is benefit frequencies. How often do they need eyeglass lenses and frames? Do they need them once every year, or can they hold off for once every 2 years? Again, those 3 questions right there will really point them in the right direction on the vision side. So with Primestar Choice Vision, this is our VSP plan. Benefit frequencies, it was once per year for everything, right? So it's going to be a little bit more expensive plan, about $6 difference, but they're going to be able to get those exams, of course, once every year, but also those eyeglass lenses, contacts, and frames once every year as well. You'll see in-network and out-of-network. This primarily, you should really just focus on in-network, right? I would get focusing on out-of-network if we only had VSP or we only had IMED, because those are the only options that you could go with. Here, when they have that member flexibility of choosing what vision plan they want to go with, well, that out-of-network really should never play a part in the conversation, because they can choose which plan they want. So if they choose a VSP, I imagine they know where they're going, and they know that VSP is in network. So let's focus a little bit on that in-network side on the left. You'll see covered in full with single vision, bifocal, trifocal, all that stuff. Frame allowance and contact allowance is $150, and then you'll see those member cost lens options below as well. Again, really boils down to benefit frequencies, what's their budget, and where are they used to going. VSP, again, you can go to VSP and see in network, but a lot of the times if someone has a vision or they need glasses, contacts, they usually know where to go. IMED, again, really the big difference is benefit frequencies. IMED is once every year for an exam, of course, but once every 2 years for eyeglass lenses, contacts, and frames. Again, left-hand side, you'll see in-network covered in full, frame and contact allowance of $130, VSP is $150. Again, you'll kind of see that price difference with regards to benefit frequencies are less frequent with IMED, and then also with that frame and contact allowance, it's about $20 less than VSP. So that's where you'll see that price difference there a little bit as well. Again, out of network really shouldn't play a part in that conversation, because they have that member flexibility at that point of enrollment to choose which one they want to go with. All right, so real quick, I'm not going to go through all this, but with the ease of enrollment, I'm going to after I'm done with this presentation, I'll go to the URL and show you a quick enrollment. But again, we ask for minimal information. There's no waiting period. The first thing that we're going to ask for is coverage effective date. Again, they can go as soon as tomorrow, or they can go 90 days out. So during open enrollment or AEP, they say, hey, I don't need I just need a January 1st effective date. Great, they can do that. Or, hey, I really need to go to the dentist. I need to go tomorrow. They can have that effective date as well. So anywhere between 1 and 90 days, they can choose that effective date. Next thing we'll ask for is email. You don't have to have an email. We run across it every so often that, clients just don't want to use a computer. That's fine. You can help them enroll with this. They don't have to have an email address. Just know that the communication will come via snail mail, right? They won't get communication through an email. They won't get their ID cards through a PDF form. We'll snail mail it to them. It takes about 7 to 10 business days to get that. But if they do have an email address, they'll get it in about 15 minutes. So that's kind of the difference there. But again, they don't have to have an email. You can continue without an email. Next thing we'll ask for is applicant information. Super easy. First name, last name, date of birth, address, marital status, and that's about it. Next one will be dependents. If they have any dependents, then that's where they'll put that in. Then credit for prior coverage. This is where we will ask, hey, are they coming off of another fully insured dental plan? And we only ask 3 simple questions: previous carrier, previous policy number, and when was that termination date of that previous policy? And that's it. We're not going to send an email saying submit verification. We're trusting the client. We're trusting the agent that they're making that decision truthfully on coming off of that fully insured dental plan. So again, we're not going to ask for any verification there either, right? So they're not having to do an e-signature. They don't have to verify that they're coming off of another fully insured dental plan. We're, again, relying on the client and the agent to make that decision. They'll review payment information, credit card, EFT, hit submit, they got it, right? So again, there's not going to be anything e-signature wise to be submitted to them. We don't ask for a social. So I know a lot of the times if people are enrolling themselves, it kind of turns them away. We don't ask for that at any time during the enrollment process or after. And then they'll receive that email. If they did put an email address in there, they'll say, welcome to Ameritas. Here's how you log into your member portal. And we actually include a PDF version of their ID card with that email. They'll be able to go in their member portal and see their ID card, see their claims experience. If they need to change their payment information, they can do that as well on the member portal. They can request another ID card. Just a lot of different things that they can do on that member portal. But again, there's no real, process. Once they hit submit, they have the plan, right? One question I do get all the time is, okay, say they purchased it today and they need to go to the dentist tomorrow and they didn't put an email address in there and they didn't have a PDF version of their ID card. It's okay. They're in the system, whatever dentist they go to, when we get the claim, we'll be able to see that, hey, they purchased it then, they have an effective date. I think tomorrow's the 15th. They have an effective date 15th, great. So realistically, they don't have to have their ID card. I know a lot of people like to have it with them, but again, we have that information right away. If they do type in their email address, they snail mailed about 7 to 10 business days. But again, if they snail mailed it, it's okay. They can go as soon as tomorrow. We'll know that they had an effective date of the 15th. Our marketing site, this is where you can find all the brochures. We have great social media posts on here, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, just a lot of great information on this marketing site. We have both Spanish and English versions of almost everything, primarily brochures. We have some Spanish versions of social media posts as well. But again, it has all of our state specifics on there. There's no back office login to get to this. So if you're currently not contracted with us today, that's okay. You can go to, you'll see it on the bottom left-hand corner, that URL, explore.ameritas.com/agent marketing. You can go straight there, take a look, kind of dive a little bit deeper in the products if you'd like. But that's where you can get all the information there. Again, it's not, you don't have to go through a firewall. You don't have to have a username or password. Just go straight there and you can take a look at it on there. again, that's kind of that added benefit again with Ameritas is with regards to the enrollment process. We don't have you of course have an agent portal where you can view your commission statements, where you can view who enrolled in with your hyperlink, all that good stuff. But that enrollment process, there's no login information, so the client can just take that URL and enroll themselves. You can help them enroll. You put it up on your website. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. And same with our marketing material. So you're traveling, you're in a rush, you're on your phone, whatever it might be. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have my login information. You can just go straight to the URL and get all the information you need. We also have a great Sales Connect team. This Sales Connect team can help you as the agent, and they can help your client too. So, if your client misplaced their ID card and they're not tech savvy and they need help, submitting a new ID card, Sales Connect team can help with that. If you have additional questions with Ameritas, if you lost your personalized hyperlink, they can help you out there. They can resend it to you. They're there to help with anything and everything. The only thing that they might kind of put you into a different spot with is some of that claims information. Maybe there's a claim that just, they don't have enough information for. They need to send you to the claims department. That might be one, but they can really help you with everything with the individual dental and vision products. You'll see that's up there. It's 888-336-7601. We have an option 2 for English and option 7 for Spanish as well. Again, great resource. You can even email them at salesconnect@ameritas.com. Very, very helpful. Producer portal. We launched this new producer portal about 2.5 years ago. I know you guys are new with us, so if you're not familiar with the new or old one, but this producer portal, very helpful on viewing, of course, your commission statement, viewing what cases have been submitted. We have an alert tab on there as well that you can go in there and be like, because a lot of agents do put it on their website, or they send it off into a mass email and say, hey, got a great new dental and vision plan. Click the link to enroll. And you don't really have to enroll, so you want to be notified, right, when someone does. So there's an alert box in your producer portal that'll say, hey, Joe Smith just enrolled, or, all that information is on that alert as well. You can order ID cards for clients on there. Just a lot of good things that you can do on the producer portal. Again, the producer portal is just for viewing your book of business. It's not for enrolling a client in our dental and vision plans. It's just for viewing your book of business. So yeah, a lot of times Sales Connect teams will get a call and they'll say, hey, I can't log into my producer portal to enroll a client. Well, that's not how you enroll a client. You do it through that personalized hyperlink that you'll get once you do get contracted with us. Again, that producer portal is just for viewing your book of business. Again, here it is right here. It'll be in your welcome email once you do get contracted with us. It'll have that. It'll say welcome to Ameritas, and then at the bottom it'll have your hyperlink, which you will use to quote and enroll clients. It'll look similar to that thing in blue right there, the URL in blue, where it says myplan.ameritas.com/ID/ those numbers. It'll just have your ID number at the end. And that'll be your unique hyperlink. That's how you will quote, and that's how you enroll. You can send that off to clients, you put it on your website, you can put it on social media, whatever you want to do. Clients can just enroll themselves, or you can help them enroll as well. We actually have a lot of people who, partner with dental offices, or they'll put it on their, a flyer. They'll get like a QR code, and they get the QR code that's with their hyperlink, and they'll just put that QR code on, business cards or flyers, dropping off at dental offices, dropping off at Walmart, just all different things that they can do. And that client can just scan it on their phone, and they can just enroll through your hyperlink for the Ameritas Dental and Vision plan. So just a lot of different unique ways that you can use that personalized hyperlink for your clients. We did just launch a new member app. They can download it on their phone, and the app is very seamless to search for a lot of things, view their dental benefits, see their deductible, see where they're at with their annual max. They can change their payment information, just a lot of things that they can do. This is we've always had it, but they just revamped the app, about 6 months ago. So fairly new. So even if you guys were contracted with us for a while, this would be fairly new for those agents as well. But since Pinnacle's pretty brand new. This isn't new, but it's new for us. So app resource is great for clients to use as well. I do want to mention, I know we're coming up on the end of this agent bonus program, but we do have an agent bonus program going on right now. It actually started September 1st, and it's going all the way through January 1st. You have to write 15 apps to qualify for it. Once you do hit 15 apps, we'll back pay you all those 15 at $15 per app. How the app qualifies is 2 months of paid premium. So an example of that is you get contracted, you write a policy, that next day they pay the premium, and then they pay the premium again, and that qualifies as 2 months of paid premium. I know we're coming up on, we have, 16, 17 more days of this app program, but just to let you know, we usually do this every Q4, usually starting September 1st, going through January 1st. So I know we're coming up on the end of it now, but just know next year we'll probably have something very similar to it with that agent bonus program. All right, so I'm gonna jump over to the enrollment process. And JC, while I'm doing that, if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer those while I'm going over here to the enrollment platform.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like there's one question. If the benefits are the exact same for all 50 states?
No, so we do have state specifics. That would be about a 2-hour webinar. So that's the plans I went over are the majority, about 40. We have about 10 state specifics. Not big changes, like I mentioned before, like Florida and Texas, 2 of the bigger states. The in and out of network coinsurance levels are the same. So if your client's in that state and they go out of network, well, we're going to pay 50% year 2 for major. That doesn't drop. So there's those little things in a few states. Illinois is a little bit different as well, and Connecticut is a little bit different too. But they're pretty similar. If you go onto that member portal or on the agent marketing site, you can click, and we have all those states lined out. Like, oh, okay, I sell a lot in Florida. Okay, I'm going to click that Florida brochure and kind of go through it. But primarily, they're going to be very similar to what I just went over.
Excellent. Yeah, so far that's the only question I see. Thank you.
Perfect. Yep. All right, let me all right, JC, do you see my you should see
yes,
Ameritas,
I see the myplan.ameritas. Yep.
Perfect. All right, so this is what everyone's enrollment link will look like. You'll see with this one, this is our main one. You can go to it today if you'd like, but don't use it for enrolling your clients in Ameritas Dental and Vision. Yours will have where it says contact, it'll have your name. And if you do click on that, it'll have your information. It'll have your phone number, it'll have your email address on there as well. Again, this is our main one. So it has the Sales Connect information on here, but yours will have your information in the top right-hand corner. First thing, as I mentioned before, we're going to ask for zip code. I'm in Oklahoma, so I'm just going to type in an Oklahoma zip code. And what's going to populate are all 3 of our, or first, it's going to ask, do you want dental plans? Yes. Vision? Yes. How many coverage? Again, as I mentioned before, our pricing is 1 plus 1, so 2, and then family is 3, and then after that, it doesn't change on the pricing. So I'm just going to stick with 1. Here's where you're going to choose, or the client will choose which plan they want, right? We have Primestar Care Live, Primestar Care Boost, and Primestar Care Complete. Those added benefits, or those benefits that I was talking about previously, you can see them all right here. So back to kind of that brochure, I know a lot of times, specifically like Medicare, MA, there's so many different things out there that you have to keep track of. You don't really have to carry around a brochure or anything like that, because we have all that information on that enrollment, on the enrollment process itself, that they can click here and do all that. So we're just going to do Primestar Care Complete. Again, that's our high plan, select plan. Now we're going to switch over to Vision. Again, you have that, the client has that choice of IMED or VSP at that point of enrollment, right? IMED's in that $10 range. VSP's in that $16. Let's just go with IMED. Okay, so Vision plan has been added. You're going to go to Review and Purchase. You'll see that we chose the Primestar Care Complete plan, the IMED plan, and a total monthly cost of $56. Now the enrollment portion, as I mentioned before, as soon as tomorrow, you can have a December 16th effective date, or you can go 90 days out. Let's just do next day effective date. Email address, they don't have to have an email address, but if they want to receive, again, their ID cards electronically, all the information electronically, they'll have to put that in there. You can continue without email. Applicant's information, super easy, right? So we're just going to go Taylor. We're going to go date of birth. Let's just do gender, right? So we're going to go male, marital status, home address, city, state. I forgot something here. It's not letting me go. There's the phone. All righty. So you'll hit continue. The next thing will be dependents. We're just going to continue without dependents. And then here's where that credit for prior coverage comes up. Do you currently or within the last 2 months have dental insurance? Let's say yes. Do you intend to replace it? We're going to go yes. Is dental implied to replacing fully insured plan? Again, as I mentioned before, no discount plans, no scheduled plans. Yes. And then again, just 3 simple questions. When was the termination date, right? We asked the termination date because we have that 60-day grace period. So if they terminated a year ago, well, of course, that doesn't count for credit for prior coverage. If they termed 45 days ago, yes, that counts as credit for prior coverage. So that's the reason we do ask for that termination date. Next is dental insurance name and that dental policy number of that previous carrier. That's it. Once they do that, you'll hit continue. I'm just going to go back and hit no and continue. We're going to review. You'll see again the 2. You can view plan details again, monthly cost, continue, and then we're at payment information. Again, we can take credit card or EFT. There's credit card, EFT. There's no charge for credit card on here either. You'll do that, say payment method, continue. You'll read about a paragraph in agreements and hit submit, and then they have the plan. It's as easy as that. Again, there will be an email sent to them saying, welcome to Ameritas, here's your ID card. But there's not going to be an email saying e-signature or put in this information to get this. It's once they hit submit or once you hit submit, they have the plan. So again, very, very simple. But as I mentioned before, we are on the Connexure platform as well. So if you're familiar with that Connexure platform, once you get contracted with us, just make sure you add Ameritas and you'll be off to the races there. Our Find a Provider tool, same thing. I'm just gonna stick with Oklahoma real quick because I know we're running out of time. The network that you're gonna choose is the classic PPO. Let's just do search. You can do additional filters. On here is distance. You can look at a radius if you're in a well-populated area that you just want to search like a 5-mile radius. You can do that. If you have a particular dentist you're looking for, you can type it in there as well. But just a lot of information you can look at. What'll pop up is every in-network provider in that zip code. So what also is going to pop up is these in pink. This is going to be one of the highest negotiated rates in that zip code. So we're saying thank you to that provider for going above and beyond and having a higher than average negotiated rate. Again, our average is about 32% right here. On Reyes, they're going to have a higher than average negotiated rate. And we're just saying thank you to that provider. But again, all of them are in network. This is all in network providers. You can search by city, state, zip code. Very, very simple there. Next thing I want to go over real quick is the agent marketing site. Again, this is where you can go and get all of your resources for brochures, social media posts. Again, back to state specifics. If you're on here, you can see Spanish, English, and this is what I was talking about. If you have a specific state that you're looking at, and if you don't see that state in any of these, you'll know that it's just a regular base plan that I just went over. Again, there are very small differences in some of these plans. Florida and Texas, Wisconsin, as I mentioned before, the in and out of network co-insurances are the same. Connecticut, Illinois, New Jersey, pretty similar. We just have a little bit of different co-insurance levels in those states. Same thing for Idaho as well. So again, most of them are right here with the plans I just went over. but you can also see state specifics as we go through it. Vision plan brochures as well. And then again, just a lot of additional information about dental benefits, how claims are paid. Just again, it's just a ton of information with regards to pre-crafted social media posts. You have all that information here as well. Again, there's no login to get to this. It's explore.ameritas.com/agent marketing. We'll take you directly there. If you do want to just kind of look through our enrollment platform without being contracted yet, you just go to myplan.ameritas.com. Just know, don't use it once you do get contracted with us. What you're going to submit is your own personalized hyperlink. And again, it'll have your name and information up in that top right-hand corner. JC, I don't know if any more questions came up. Maybe you have questions.
Yeah, no,
very
absolutely.
Seamless process.
Yeah, but it looks very simple. I mean, I'm loving it so far, especially the fact that it offers implants on day one, and then the match for the second year. I think it's going to be a very good benefit for a lot of our brokers and members. So I really like those aspects. The question I had is, what should an agent expect or agency expect turnaround wise on contracting from the moment they do their contracting to when they're ready to sell? What can they expect there?
Sure. Yeah. We we're starting to settle down here a little bit. It's the contracts are, it's during AEP, Innovate, open enrollment, all this stuff. I would say a realistic time frame is 48 to 72 hour turnaround time. It could be sooner than that, just depending on how many we get that day. But normally 48, 72 hours in good order if it's all submitted, correctly. I would say 48, 72 hours.
Excellent. Yeah, that's really good. And then effective dates, first of the month, for the following month from when the policy is effective, or the application is submitted. I'm sorry.
No, you can have next day effective dates. They can go as soon as tomorrow. Yeah,
beautiful.
They go as soon as tomorrow.
Awesome.
And we're gonna draft that premium on the effective date. So say again, they have an effective date tomorrow. We're gonna draft it tomorrow. But if they don't have an effective date until January 1st, we're not going to draft until January 1st.
There we go. Okay, yeah, that was a question I saw in the chat, so thank you for clarifying that. Awesome.
Yep.
But I think this product is going to be tremendous. We've had a big need for it, a lot of people asking, so really glad we could connect and bring this to all our brokers and agencies and have a successful 2026. But other than that, Taylor, I don't see any other questions in the chat. So I really want to thank you for your time. This was a tremendous presentation. Thank you again for taking the time on a busy last day of the open enrollment season. But if there's no further questions, team, I want to wish everyone a happy holiday season, tremendous 2026. If you're not contracted for this product, please do so. Reach out to me directly. Reach out to Taylor. Anyone here at the Pinnacle family will be more than happy to assist you with any kind of training, any specific presentations that you need for your agencies, and anything at all. We want you to get ready to go as the ever-evolving landscape that is health insurance. As we know, the more products we have to serve our members, the more likely we are to retain them and help them with their needs. So with that, I want to thank everybody for taking the time on this busy Monday. Once again, have a happy holiday season, be safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody.